It's time for day 116 of Random Towers versus Chimps, and our map is going to be Infernal. Also, I kind of just now realized that that is spelled Inferno when the map is Infernal, but whatever. Fitting for the fire theme, we'll get Gwen, and our first tower will actually be the top comment role. So basically, just give me a combo in the comments, and if it's fun, I'll pick it. Then for actual first tower, we're going to be getting the heli bottom path, and then the second tower will be the engineer top path. So this is actually a really good combination. They're both great synergies with Gwen. However, on this map, they're not very good. Well, the Comanche Commander is very good as it's a heli, which is strong on this map, but it won't be in range of Gwen if we want Gwen to actually be attacking, and so we won't get the heated up buff directly onto the Comanche Commander. And I could put the Gwen next to Comanche Commander, but then Gwen won't be attacking, and because Gwen won't be attacking, the passive heated up buff won't go on because it's based on the attacks of Gwen. So yeah, kind of like really good towers, but just a really bad map for it, even though that the map is easy. If I even had a harder map than Infernal, I probably could get more cash spare with this combo. So it's a really interesting dilemma, and I guess that's really the only interesting thing about this challenge. Everything else should run pretty straightforward, so I'm just going to try to get up a Comanche Commander, then the Sentry Champion, and maybe a Glue Storm or whatnot, so they can actually kind of push through it. So moving on into this challenge in the mid game, there really isn't going to be much. I'll be able to, just with that signal flare to decamo everything, I'll be able to go into the Comanche defense and then the Comanche Commander. So just keeping things really simple, getting my tier 5 as early as possible. That will leave me a lot of room to work with. And I really had two choices to go for the late game, which was both having the tier 5s, but for the tower to bring everything together, even though they're very disconnected because of the map, I either had the idea of Glue Storm or Call to Arms. Both will work well with the Comanche Commander and the Sentry Champion pretty well. The Call to Arms works better with the Sentry Champion and less so with the Comanche Commander, but still pretty good with the Comanche Commander. And then the Glue Storm works better with the Comanche Commander, but less so with the Sentry Champion, but still pretty good. So it's kind of a trade-off, and honestly, I think I should have gone for the Call to Arms in hindsight, just because it would have been cooler, in my opinion. But both of them will also allow the Comanche Commander to pop lead balloons. Gwen does that, but not fully on round 95, because only for the duration of the firestorm, and I would need more from the heated up. So that was really something I needed to get either way. And then on top of that, for the late game, I'll have to throw in some other small support towers. But other than that, everything is pretty chill, and all these rounds should be going by no problem. Even round 63, the Comanche Commander can take out the first 2 waves with the heli activations. Then the 3rd wave, I'll just use that firestorm and everything will disappear, and I'll be able to get the tier 5 with no problem. And then I can squeeze in a village down there on the bottom. I won't be needing Alk buff, so I don't have to do that placement trick. Alk buff really isn't going to be doing much of anything on the Comanche Commander, so we're pretty good with that. And now I can go for the tier 5. One other thing that I thought I could have done for this challenge was maybe spam Sentry Experts, which would be kind of funny, but I wouldn't really be able to get too many of them, so I'd end up having to probably have the whole Comanche Commander beat up everything else too. But I think that might have been a pretty funny thing to do, especially on the map Infernal. So just some of things that I could have done that I didn't end up doing. Probably both of them would have been more fun than what I ended up doing, but that's alright. We got through the goal regardless, even though it isn't too much of a challenge. Lastly, before we get into some of the stuff that's going on with the late game, I do get the glue strike up there. I think it becomes a glue storm later. But basically, for the introduction, you might have seen that I got the top comment poll. I really haven't been doing this series too much lately. I feel like the first 100 episodes went by pretty quickly, or at least like the first 80, and I kind of have been staggering on some of like these more recent ones, even though there's probably an equal distance of time between them. But if you don't remember that one, basically I'll elaborate further, and I highly recommend at least participating in it, giving a combo. You just put down a hero, a map. It could even be a custom map, as long as it's fun to play, and then the first tower and second tower, basically something that I could get in the wheel itself. And I want something fun, unique, interesting, something that maybe nobody's seen before. So nothing really run-of-the-mill, nothing something like super difficult that I'd hate playing. I just want something that's fun and unique and be a good time to play. So whatever combo will suit that vote, and I'll just pick one that I really like. So I'd encourage you to put something down, because I really like to see a whole bunch of options for that. But basically for this late game, everything went pretty chill. I guess I was wrong and forgot how when I did this run, like I think it was last week, I never got Glue Storm. It was just a Glue Strike, and I got a Relentless Glue to help take out 98, and then that should just be enough to be able to take out round 100. like so. I had pretty good single target damage, so everything went by smooth, and 55,000 cash spare is a nice addition to the end. So I give this 2 thumbs up. Thanks for watching. If you want to help out the channel, you can check out these new videos, like and subscribe for more content, support the channel by becoming a member, and joining the Discord to chat with the community. Bye!